Good evening. I am your host, Stuart Blanchet, and I welcome you to another episode of Giles Tenderworth's Monsters in the Dark. Episode 9, The Popobawa. Hello again. While most of the monsters in this series are well documented by the Lodge and other repositories of folkloric knowledge, the Popobawa of yore have managed to maintain a surprisingly low profile. Tales of its origin differ. Some say that they are summoned by irate politicians or gentry who have lost political favor, likely due to their own machinations. There are those who believe that it is the manifestation of revenge from an ancient sheik who was betrayed by a palace worker. One legend even states that the Popobawa can appear spontaneously during events of great violence and upheaval. These are mere conjectures, and the Lodge knows well that such conjectures are cause for concern. As any agent will tell you, a lack of information is just as lethal as misinformation. Modern documentation suggests, and quite strongly, that the Popobawa is both a creature of spontaneity and a tool of the elite and powerful. On their own, Popobawas only appear every 700 years or so, but there have been some cases where individuals of particularly strong motivation and malevolence have disrupted this cycle. Know this: the Popobawa, be it spirit, demon, or shaitani, is not to be trusted in the least. It is a creature of the greatest violence, known for beating the witnesses of its actions onto near death with its own hands. It is a formidable shapeshifter and dissembler, making no promises of its own accord and always seeking to break any agreement that it might be convinced into. Its needs are simple and few. Violence for violence's own sake, and the recognition of its vicious brutality. Should you find yourself the victim of a Popobawa's beautiful malevolence, it is well recommended that you report of your experience to the authorities. The few reports that we have suggest that silence only angers the Popobawa, causing it to come back every night until its violence can be recognized. To our advantage, its violent tendencies seem largely restricted to the night, though its only warning is the passing of its shadow over the moon. Should you encounter it during the day and recognize the Popobawa for what it is, then keep your fears well hidden and report it to the nearest guard station. When night comes, sit outside your home by a fire and pray. For if you should startle it, the Popobawa could make of you its next victim. Fare thee well into the dark. Keep the candle by the bedside lit. Raise your children well, and keep no secrets of violence behind closed doors. For only in this instance shall the light of truth keep you safe. This has been yet another episode of Giles Tenderworth's Monsters in the Dark. Please take the time to like and subscribe to our channel. And also, check out our Kickstarter when you have a moment. Good night.